2 market call recap on the Early Buffett YouTube channel. Happy Friday to those who celebrate. And this channel will be reviewing top picks from BNN Bloomberg's market call as usual. Please see all the disclaimer and all of that good stuff in the description. So on this Friday, I want to do a little bit of a recap. I'll try and do this every Friday just for the fun of it. S&P on the week. S&P TSX down 1.3% on the week. And we have the S&P down, about 1.2% this week. We have the Dow down 2% on the week. And the NASDAQ down 1.4%. So it's been a down week, but 1.2% down is not that big of a deal, but kind of a soft week as we start this sell in May and go away last trading day of May here. So we'll see what June brings us, right? So who do we have on? We had Rick Rule on from Rick Rule Investment Media. He's a resource guy. I'm not much of a resource guy myself, metals, materials, things like that, but always interesting. He came to the show with top picks that include a micro cap and 2 small caps. So let's just jump into the charts here and see what we're looking at on the 1 year, starting with Dundee, which is a kind of a mining merchant bank, as he explained. Kind of a deep value play. Apparently the sum of the parts is actually 3 times the market cap. So he sees some very deep value here. And the chart looks like it's just gone kind of nowhere forever and fell off a cliff back in 2013. So again, I don't follow the sector that much. It's, he sees it as a deep value play. And if you look at it on the 1 year, it looks like it's, struggled for a good part of the year. And then it's clawed its way back to this consolidation range here. So not sure where that's going to go from there, but the chart is looking pretty strong from late February here. So we see this bullish uptrend. Again, I don't know much about the company. He says it's relatively complex. But, the chart is looking, I always call back to Keith Richards, and he does like stocks that kind of are range bound, and this definitely looks range bound, but it's rough. I mean, this is volatile, and it's a micro cap, so thinly traded, very volatile here. You have since 2020, we're down at 60 cents. And in, 2022, November 2021, you're at $1.80 or so. So this is volatile, borderline kind of maybe a lottery ticket. So you could always weigh yourself accordingly in terms of, picking up a position in this. But, the chart looks good in the last, few months. It looks like it's come back to the lower end of this range. So again, with these microcaps, it's kind of hard. Not a lot of the principles apply, right? Because they're so thinly traded, the principles in terms of larger cap stocks. But it looks like it's coming through into this range again. And who knows? I mean, there's probably a trade in here somewhere up to 160 if it manages to get above this resistance here. But it's definitely pushing up on it, right? It keeps rejecting it here. Bit of a downtrend. It tagged the 50-day here. Came back up. So not sure what to make of this, but always interesting to take a look at these, right? And see what they're all about. So top pick number 2 was I-80 Gold Corp. Ticker, it's on the ticker AIUX, another small cap. Well, a small cap, I should say. The other was a micro. But small cap, so if we look at it on the 1 year, we have this beautiful kind of downtrend here. You can, connect these guys and take a look. It's kind of bounced off that uptrend quite a bit. So not sure what to make of this, but we are definitely going down on here. But He sees something here. It's they're a gold production development services company. They focus on mining mid-tier gold producer status with production growth through the potential addition of the phases 1 and 3 projects at South Arturo and advancing the development of the company's Getchell and McCoy Cove projects. Just reading that from the Interactive Brokers about page here. But yeah, so could be maybe a reversal, maybe a trade here. I'm not sure I would touch this. It's just, it looks way too volatile for me. Not much to do there. But if you're in a gambling mood, I guess you can maybe, take a look at this one. Could be a trade back up to that 137. But honestly, I mean, the way this thing is going, you can also take a look at this downtrend line from here. This is maybe an outlier move. It kind of seems to be hugging this line right here. So who knows? There's, this could come back down to this trend line here at around 88, 87. And maybe you'll have a trade back up to 140, but that's a big move. But again, these small caps are pretty volatile. So again, like I always say, do your own due diligence. This is by no means financial advice. This is just me taking a look at the charts as an armchair technician here. But yeah, interesting to look at these smaller companies. Last but not least, this is a very speculative, very thinly traded. There was like no trades today. There were no trades up until Rick's recommendation. Well, no, there were still some trades, but look, you could see at 1 o'clock where it spikes up right here, which is interesting to see. I like to see this kind of thing because it really shows you in real time how this stuff can work, right? Like you have this, 5% move in, a minute. You could see where the buyers came in, right? And even he was like, use a stop loss order. This thing is really thinly traded and you might not get filled for, weeks. So it's an interesting example of, a television show that could potentially move, a very small cap stock like this. So Bravo Mining, Canada, Brazil-based mineral exploration and development company. What am I seeing here? I mean, we made it right back, it's been trading the past few days. It's been going up. I don't know if Rick was, talking it up somewhere else as well. Who knows? But again, that's just I'm just kind of playing around here. But it made it right back up. Like, look at this. So back April, Feb, it made it right back to that area. So who knows? I mean, it filled all this. It filled all this up. So maybe there's a trade here up until $5. I mean, it's a big move, but it's had a pretty big move already. So who knows what's going to happen here? But again, don't know much about the company. Very speculative, but interesting to look at the chart. So that's all I have for today. I wish you a wonderful weekend. It's a beautiful day, and thank you so much for listening. Be sure to like, subscribe. Please, I'm looking for my first subscriber. It'd be amazing. So if you're watching this, just go ahead and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. I'm hoping to put out, valuable videos. I'm hoping to add to this. Bear with me. I'm in the learning phase of making these types of videos. So if there's anything you want to see more of or less of, whatever, I'm an open book. Please leave a comment down below. And until next time, have a great weekend.